I would rather win one World Cup than 5 straight Champions League titles. I say that because the World Cup is every 4 years, and throughout my career, I would probably be able to participate in not as many World Cups as Champions League campaigns. So yeah, it would be, in my opinion, more hard, more difficult. Of course, I'd want to win both, but I'd rather win a World Cup for sure. One of the hardest opponents that I've ever played against at a club or national level would have to be the Americans. I remember years ago, my debut with the national team, playing against the Americans. Every player ticked all the boxes, physically, mentally, tactically, and it was just a battle. The games were so intense, and it was such a challenge for me, but in that moment, I realized that I really had to put in the work if I wanted to improve my game, if I wanted to play at the highest level. But although it was challenging, I was very grateful because it pushed me to my max. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I think because of that, I was really able to become the player that I am today. So yeah, the Americans for sure. Now, more recently, the gap is a lot closer. And so although the rivalry is still there, yeah, it's always exciting. Yeah, I would say the US for sure. If there was one player that I could play with, not on PSG or Canada, and why, I would have to say Sam Kerr, because I've never played with her. I played against her one time, Canada against Australia, but yeah, I've never really played against her. But I really do admire her mentality from afar. I think that being the top goal scorer in the American League, being the top goal scorer in England, speaks volumes of, I think, the player that she is, and over the years just being a consistent performer, and she adds a lot to the teams that she's on. So yeah, it would be pretty cool to play with her. We do have the privilege at PSG to have Katoto, who is a world-class 9, a world-class striker, and at such a young age, just breaking all sorts of records. So I'm very fortunate for that. But yeah, I would really, it would be cool to also play with Sam Kerr. There are definitely a few answers for this question, but I would have to say Jordan Huitema is the funniest PSG teammate. Just being my fellow Canadian, and I'm like an older sister to her, so she likes to annoy me from time to time, and yeah, she's funny. She cracks me up, makes me laugh, and no, it's good to have her at PSG, and just keeps the mood really light, and that's what you need throughout like a very long season. No career is perfect, and every career has highs and lows, challenges, adversity. For me, to overcome challenges, I think it's very important to surround yourself with people that are going to uplift you, encourage you, support you no matter what, because a career is so long, and I think that it's good when things are going well, because you're positive, you're happy, smiling, and I think it's in those times when, whether it's an injury, maybe you're not getting as much playing time as you wanted to, or just other things, other life problems that could happen, it's really important that you have those support systems set in place. And just another thing is, it's really important that you're very clear and set on your goals and your objectives. When you have a clear vision, I think that's what could help you stay motivated, to train every day, to put in the work, and then at the end, your performances will show for it. You'll get the results. So yeah, I think those two things are very, very key. It's helped me, and I think it could help other players. So my pre-game routine kind of consists of a bunch of things. Firstly, it depends on the time of the game. If it's like a later game, I always love to take a nap, take a shower to just wake myself up. I'll watch a few like highlight videos, maybe of myself or of players in my position on YouTube, for example. And for sure getting in meals, getting in carbohydrates to fuel myself for the game. And I like to have a calmness before the game. So listening to music, but not too high intense, high tempo. But as I get closer to the game, then I'll listen to music and I'll like to get into the zone. So yeah, those are a few things. And then just after the game, it's straight into recovery mode, just because we kind of go back to back with games and trainings. So I love to just buy as much time as I can, whatever is available. So getting ice baths in, getting stretching, and then getting recovery meals. So whether it's protein, getting the meal in, and then as best as I can, depending again on the game time, getting adequate sleep, and then just hydrating. And it becomes pretty routine. But I think once you've figured out the formula that works for you, then it's just about being disciplined and being regular in what you do. And then I think that's the winning formula for me, but for any player out there that's looking to have consistent performances. If I can play in any other position other than fullback, I would have to say winger, and predominantly on like the left wing. I say that because I'm fairly comfortable out wide as a fullback, but being a winger, that would allow me to attack a lot more. I still have to defend, but I'd be higher up the pitch, so I could score more goals, get more assists. Yeah, and it would just be fun. Growing up, I was an attacking player, so it really is in my DNA, and I would enjoy being higher up the pitch, and as I said, just getting on the score sheet and helping out my team in that way. In all honesty, I never wear my gold medal, only if we have an event where we have to wear it, but I do look at it often. It is positioned in a place where I could pass by it every day, and so I really do love to look at it and just admire it, look back at Tokyo and all the memories that it represents. But I don't really wear it that often. I probably should wear it a bit more, to be honest. Growing up, I looked up to Lionel Messi. I followed his career to a T. I watched all of his videos on YouTube. It was like my source of inspiration, and he just modeled such a composed, calm player, a difference maker, and I really wanted to be like him when I grew up. I'm right-footed, but I really worked hard to have also my left foot. Now I'm comfortable with both, but I think a big part of that was Messi and just how much I looked up to him. So he's still a world-class player after all of these years and all of the seasons that he's played. And he is an example of longevity. And so just a true idol and icon in my eyes. One of the most important things to me as a professional footballer would have to be one, winning trophies for sure, for both club and country. But two is just continuing to push the development of women's football. I think that for myself, I'm privileged to play the beautiful game as a career, as a profession, and to train every day, to play games, just to go out there and just enjoy. But I think that it's an exciting time. I've seen the progression over the years, but we have to continue to invest to support and just to encourage the women's game forward. Seeing these last games in Champions League, for example, they've been so fun to watch, to be a part of, top quality international players. And so, yeah, I'm going to make it my duty not just on the field, but off the field, to push those conversations and to push forward for the players that are professional right now, but especially for the future generation, for sure.